Love Them Knives channel, LTK, Liong, field duty. Wow. Time for a little field duty? I think so. Absolutely. And of course, I found out about this knife because I don't cruise the Liong designs all the time. But they are coming. They are coming out. And so I need to pay more attention. But I had a friend on Instagram say, "Oh, I got a field duty knife," and or something about field duty. I go, "Field duty knife? Yeah. Well, I got knives that I use in the field too." That's how clueless I was. No, I didn't know that he was referring to Liong field duty. So, yes, and I saw it, and wow, I thought it was really a great looking design, and it's a monster knife. So, I mean, that's a plus plus for me too. But it's not monstrously heavy. Check this out. I mean, basically, you got a 4-inch blade on this. Basically. And maybe not, you know. But you got 3.8 something for sure. And then you can come down here and you got almost 3 3/4 cutting length. You know, depends on where you want to put your ruler, but let's call it 95, 96, 97 millimeters at least. And 8 5/8, I don't know, somewhere in there. Overall length, so 8.6, 8.65, and 20, not quite 22 centimeters. Still, pretty appreciable size of a knife. Come on, Fancy, get out of here. See? Yes. She is much smaller. One thing about the field duty, look at how tall that blade is. And the handle itself as well. I mean, this is not a slender or a short profile. This is pretty complete. It lets your hand really get a pretty good grip on there. So this one, oh, even more. And you know what? This knife, I don't know. I mean, I've handled this knife for days now, and I just can't do this. I got to do this. I gotta jump up on this big, huge choil area. It just begs to be grabbed there. And then look at the jimping. So I know that he must have intended for this to be one of your primary positions on this knife, or he wouldn't have put all this traction way out there on the blade. Because if he did, you're not getting there. You're back here. And here, yes, this feels more natural to me. This feels more comfortable. And if you got big hands, well, then that just helps even more because it frees up a lot of room at the end here for your hand. If you got bigger hands. If you don't, then you're here. If you got real big hands, you're going to run out of room. But this, come forward, not a problem. Let me see if I got a piece of paper. Holding on to this thing is crazy. And of course, they're made by Riot Knives. And I did a lousy job of pulling out of that. But there you go. This is very sharp. Believe me. I mean, that's very sharp. That's cold steel sharp, you know? That's how most of my cold steel knives really come very, very sharp. And so that's kind of my standard, but that's cold steel sharp. That there, wow. Interesting. Let me put this. I think I measured this before, but I can't remember. Okay, 3.6 millimeter blade stock at 0.141. Wow, I wonder if I can get this wrapped around here. Okay, I think I can. So, half an inch. 0.5. Yeah, 13 millimeters. Okay. So it's not terribly heavy this way. The blade stock is pretty pretty stout. Tall, flat grind. Going to be great for slicing. Maybe not a piercing champ. But yeah. And you got this grind coming down here. It gives you the feeling that there's pretty good support at that tip. But yeah, you could do some piercing. This cutaway here may be a blessing and a curse, or a curse, depending on what you're going to try and cut with the knife. One thing for sure, though, it just makes great for kicking it open with your middle finger or your thumb. And of course, this is not a flipper, but it is a what you might call a bolster lock knife, because you've got carbon fiber on both sides. God forbid. God forbid. I mean, you don't just have a slab of carbon fiber here and this is all titanium. Nope. Nope. You can do marbled, or you can do kind of a woven carbon fiber. So this is the marbled. And so, yes, I like the symmetry. Otherwise, no, I wouldn't have got the knife if they didn't have the carbon fiber on the back. Now, you can get a full titanium version. So that's a thought. Probably going to be a little heavier. But, wow. Of course, would they do any weight relieving inside? No, because look at what they've already done. They've already taken off a lot of material to put the carbon fiber on it. It's not that heavy, considering it's a big old knife. It's a tall knife too, and so there's weight because of that. That blade is tall. And still, just under 5 ounces. That's pretty light. 141 grams. Actually, that's pretty light. That feels pretty good. It doesn't feel that heavy. It's got enough heft to let you know it's there, but it's not burdensome type heavy. And there's your blade stop in there. And, of course, a backspacer cut away with traction back here and a lanyard area. I was looking for that word. Looks like you can reverse this pocket clip right and left hand, or he wouldn't have done a cutaway through here. So you could unscrew this, flip the whole thing over, and go to the other side. So right and left hand carry, although when you do a frame or a bolster lock like this, this is right-handed friendly, correct? So yeah, it is. Nice action though. That drop is beautiful, but this is kind of typical Riot, although this is not heavy Riot. Riot, like the Torrent and some of their other knives, feel pretty heavy, and real kind of, that way. Maybe, a couple of others, maybe to a degree the Horizon and some others, but this one, no, it doesn't feel that way. So, yeah, I like it. Wow, that's great action right there. That sucker, really nice. And I like the ceramic ball on the pocket clip, titanium there, nice machine screws all the way around, over travel stop, of course hardened steel insert, ceramic detamp ball, and maybe all of 25% lockup on that. But it's squared up pretty good on that lock face. That looks pretty good. Fit and finish is awesome. It's always good on these Riot made knives, or at least it's been my experience that they are. Wow, nice. Always got that kind of that grind, that grainy looking grind, like is on my Torrent as well. But it'll cut. M390 blade. Yeah. Man, I like it. I like it. Use the link I give you. It'll take you to the Liong knife site, so you can buy a knife if you want to. got lots of different designs out there. I think the next project for me on the Liong Ma, because I've already done the 15, already done the GSD, already done the Endeavor. I've already done a lot of them, but probably the next one will be the Eraser. The Eraser. So watch for that in the future. Let's see what we got for tools. What we need to take this fool down, and oh, is that a number 8? Okay. Is that a number 8? Yeah. And yeah. Those are all number 8s. Let's see which side is the screw and which side is this side is the screw. You can tell that when you start turning it. So let's see if we can just pop off the carbon fiber scales and just look inside. It's really smooth, it's really nice, but I don't know if it's got multi-row bearings or what's going on. It's always nice to take a look. Just like that. So like I was saying, you can reverse, you know, the pocket clip if you want. Just like that. Okay? So now we should have everything pretty much out of the way, and I don't know if they used adhesive to put the carbon fiber on here. Okay. Single row ceramic bearings, and there goes our lanyard pin, and yeah, okay, we got 155. Clean it up a little bit. Nice. No point, I'm not going to pop out the washers here. I'll just leave them intact. The steel washers that are in here. So we can take this little sucker apart. And let's take a look at the pivot. It's not squared off there. It's not squared off even with a little cutaway or anything down at the head of it. Okay. So yeah, I guess it's possible you could turn the pivot if you Loctited this thing down too hard. And there's the bearings, which we can cleanse. And here's the other side. It looked like some kind of a heavy, like lithium grease or some kind of a, you know, heavier type of lube, which is not necessarily to my liking. Take a closer look. Here's 155, the matching number on the other side. There's your blade stop. I'm going to leave that alone as well. So here we go. We've got it pretty cleaned up. We've got a hardened steel insert with an over travel stop. Don't see anything in particular. Oh, let's leave that in place. There's your back spacer. Everything's pretty nice, pretty well done. I like the finish. And, you know, hey, for the price, I guess you should expect it. Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like stone wash on the flats, and of course satin on the grind. Yeah, it's got great action to it. So let's throw it back together with a little bit of the KPL that's always sitting on my desk. Throw a little here, a little around here, a little around here, some around here, and that's enough. We'll throw it back together the way it came to us. No, I'm not seeing anything unusual there. It's pretty flush. And of course, let's put our blade stop back in, please. And let's also put our lanyard pin back in before we sandwich these little suckers together. That might be a great idea. Come on. There you go. Plug it right in. Now, these plugged in here. I think we're there properly. Let's hope we are. Yes. I don't see any difference in the length of these two screws, so I guess they're interchangeable. So we're plugged in there and there. Keep it snug. There we go. Detent's not a big deal here, but the fact that it remains easy to flick, and that's important. Yes, so, and I can do it like this rather than just like this, which is easier to gravity flip. So yeah, no, I don't think we're at a 5. We're at a 4.5, somewhere in there. That's pretty easy to kick open. Oh, that's not a problem for me. I'm not saying that's problematic. I'm just saying it is what it is. I prefer it with the detent it's got on it. I think it's appropriate. But there's some people, they want a really, really strong detent. To me, that's nice. That's just like kicks it right out, super easy. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want it much harder than that. Sweet piece, though. Yeah. Heard from another guy who's got one, and he loves his all to death. So, absolutely. I think this is one of the favorites that I've had. I really want to see the eraser because I think that would be ultra cool. The GSD is a big favorite of mine as well. But yes, this Field Duty, wow, I'm really impressed. Take care, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for hanging around. And you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys, stay sharp.